Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Martha. I'm assistant professor at the School of Law. I'm also associate dean for research and technology transfer of the College of Law and Government Studies. Today, we're going to discuss about one of the addictions that many of us have, which is coffee, and how the new rules that are introduced by the European Union is going to affect the coffee trade from Ethiopia and from, of course, other countries. So we have for a program, we have here our academic vice president, Dr. Jeilu, who will make a welcoming remark, and also Professor Christian Tietje from the Martin Luther University of Halle, who is also a Monnet chair. He will also make a welcoming remark. And then we'll proceed to presentations. One is from Professor Bettina Rudolph, who's going to talk about challenges of agricultural trade, value chains, and partnership by the EUDR and the CS3D. And then we'll be joined online by Dr. Adunya Dabala, who is the Director General of the Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority, and will brief us on what the steps are taken by the Ethiopian government to ensure compliance to this new law. And then we'll have a small coffee break, and then we'll resume after 15 minutes or so. And we'll see another presentation. We'll have another presentation from the European Commission Directorate General for Environment, Mr. Octavian Stanete. And the presentation will be on EUDR, challenges and opportunities in Africa. So basically, we'll hear the views from the Commission as well. And last but not, of course, least would be Ato Gizatworko from the Ethiopian Coffee Exporters Association, who tell us the challenges that the Ethiopian coffee exporters are facing because of this the new law, and what we can what can be done and so on. That would be the program for the day, and then we'll have a small reception at the end of this program as well. Let me welcome Dr. Jeilu to the podium to make some welcoming remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Martha. Invited guests, Dr. Abiya Dabale, Director General, Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority, Dr. Getachew Asefa, Dean, College of Law and Government Studies, Professor Dr. Christian, representatives from EU Office, Ethiopian Investment Commission, Ethiopian Environmental Authority, Ethiopian Forestry Development Authority, private sector office, coffee exporters, members of chambers of commerce, colleagues from research institutions, and AU academic community. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Addis Ababa University, I welcome you all to this important conference, tuning around the backbone of Ethiopian economy, the Ethiopian coffee sector, and its market situation. I wish to extend my sincere gratitude to all participants of this conference, teaming on new European rules and Ethiopian coffee. The organizers, sponsors, the hosting institutions, College of Law and Governance Studies of Addis Ababa University, for having successfully organized this fabulous national agenda to be discussed among academic circles and key stakeholders. Welcome to Addis Ababa University. For Ethiopia, coffee is the leading in exports, comprising about 1/3 of its export earnings. And Europe is, of course, the major market for us. However, EU has put a new legislation demanding smallholders to provide paperwork to prove that their land is not deforested, or the deforestation-free regulations gratify business and regulators involved in the markets to ensure that all coffee imported to EU is not linked to deforestation. It's clear that the intention of EU deforestation regulation is to address deforestation concern associated with agricultural production and require countries to take measures to combat deforestation. On one hand, failure to implement the regulation puts Ethiopia at risk of losing its coffee export to European markets, which has a momentous economic implication. On the other hand, implementing the EU deforestation regulation cannot be smooth, where substantial amount of coffee is produced by smallholder farmers on fragmented small pieces of plots of land. In rural Ethiopia, coffee producing localities face several challenges, including the digital technology and monitoring of the deforestation activities, lack of capacity to gather accurate data, and other factors could contribute and make the implementation of the regulations more difficult. These challenges highlight the complexities involved in addressing deforestation and implementing regulations in Ethiopian context. And there should be a possible ways out in between. This conference, as a platform, is expected to shed light on mitigating strategies and efforts for short, medium, and long term to meet the requirements of the deforestation regulation and maintain access to EU markets. In promoting solutions for the regulation implementation challenge, research institutions and universities, through their research and engagement, can contribute to the long-term sustainability of the coffee industry and support the efforts of Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority interventions. Finally, I would like to seize this opportunity by acknowledging the organizers, the sponsors for their contribution and support for the realization of this conference at a historical place, AU Mokomin Hall, and confirming that Addis Ababa University as a flagship university will commit itself for the collaboration and partnership in joint research for seeking solutions. Once again, welcome to this conference and AU, and I wish a successful deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Vice President, dear Dean of the Law School, dear participants of the conference, dear colleagues, dear friends, if I may say. It's a great pleasure, in the name again of Marta Belete, to welcome you to this conference on, as we called it, New European Rules and Ethiopian Coffee, essentially on the European Union Deforestation Regulation, Deforestation Free Product Regulation. We are happy to have you here. We are happy to have about 20 people online participating as well. So we have a crowd of something like 60, 70 people who this afternoon is interested in this challenging topic. And for me personally, and also my colleagues from the University of Halle in Germany who are with us today, it's a great honor to have this conference jointly organized with Addis Ababa University Law School. And we have had a lot of events together, but not a conference yet, specifically in this technology format of being a hybrid conference. So it's great to be here. We have a long-standing cooperation between our universities, the University of Halle in Germany and Addis Ababa University. It lasts back way in the 1980s, as we were all still not born or very young, but it then was renewed, and now it's a very intensive cooperation, not only in areas such as pharmacy and other natural science, but also in law. And I'm very grateful for that. Being, of course, a lawyer myself, my name is Tietje. I'm an international lawyer, law professor on international economic law. The ladies and gentlemen, EU regulation on deforestation free products has entered, as you all know, in force at the end of June last year. And today it is an issue, it's a topic of major discussion, not only here in Ethiopia, as far as I know, but also in Europe, in Germany, which is quite interesting to see on the topic of international trade. Newspapers report almost every day on this issue. So it is a discussion, an important discussion, a discussion from different perspectives, policy perspectives, but also from academic perspective. The idea today is not to have a political conference, but to have a conference at a university, and that is to say somehow at a neutral place. A university is a place not to make politics, but a university is a place to gather ideas, to discuss, to have a forum for exchange of views, and also, of course, for networking. That's the idea of today's conference. So we, as two universities, we are not here in a position to say what is right or wrong, so to speak, but our idea is to give all of you, our speakers, our discussions, the possibility to engage into discussion on this very important topic. The EU deforestation regulation is essentially on the impact and the reducing the impact that is the impact EU global deforestation, the EU has on global deforestation and on forest degradation. But the question, of course, is if the idea is to reduce the impact of EU's global deforestation, the EU has on the global deforestation, what is the impact of such an attempt on trading partners? And that is the idea, and this, of course, from the background of the most important issue of sustainability, an issue that is essential for any society and the global community as such. We will discuss, we will exchange views, we will have a coffee break, we will have opportunities for discussion, and we will have, at least for those people being here in the room, afterwards a reception. And I'm happy and I'm looking very much forward to the exchange of views. Thank you very much. Thank you very much again for the university, for the law school, and for all you, the participants.